Quiet people are often misunderstood. People assume silence means weakness, lack of confidence, fear. But psychologically, silence can be something far more powerful. Because the quietest person in the room is often the one observing everything. And that makes people uncomfortable. Not knowing what someone is thinking creates tension. Mystery creates pressure. And emotionally controlled people naturally intimidate those who constantly seek attention. Because silence has a strange effect on people. The less someone speaks, the more others begin projecting their own fears onto them. Human beings are naturally uncomfortable with uncertainty. We feel safer around predictable people. People who constantly explain themselves, constantly react, constantly seek approval. But quiet people are different. They reveal very little. And psychologically, mystery forces the human mind to fill in the blanks. That's why silence often feels powerful. People begin wondering, what are they thinking? Why are they so calm? Why don't they react? And the less emotional reaction someone gives, the more difficult they become to read. Quiet people unintentionally create psychological tension simply by remaining emotionally controlled. Most people are busy trying to be noticed, but observant people are usually busy noticing everyone else. Quiet people often study behavior instead of performing for attention. They notice small lies, fake confidence, energy shifts, hidden insecurity, and emotional patterns most people miss completely. That's why many quiet people speak carefully. Because once someone becomes highly observant, they realize how much unnecessary noise exists in everyday conversations. And people can sense this awareness, even without words. A deeply observant person creates pressure in social situations because others feel unconsciously analyzed around them. One of the most intimidating traits a person can have is emotional control. Most people react instantly. They become angry quickly, defensive quickly, emotional quickly. But quiet people often pause before reacting. And that pause changes everything. Because calmness during chaos feels powerful. Someone who controls their emotions appears mentally stronger than someone controlled by them. That's why silence during conflict often intimidates people more than shouting ever could. Emotionally reactive people are predictable. Emotionally controlled people are not. And unpredictability creates psychological discomfort. Sometimes quiet people are not intimidating at all. People simply project their own insecurity onto them. Confidence seeks no validation, and individuals who constantly need attention often feel uncomfortable around people who don't. Because quiet confidence exposes emotional dependence. The strange truth is, the quieter someone becomes, the more others begin creating stories about them. Some assume arrogance, others assume superiority, others assume hidden intelligence. But in reality, many quiet people are simply protecting their peace. Not every silence is ego. Sometimes silence is exhaustion. Sometimes it's awareness. And sometimes it's self-control. Maybe quiet people intimidate others because silence forces people to confront themselves. Noise distracts. Silence reveals. And in a world addicted to attention, calmness feels rare. That's why the quietest people are often remembered the most, because they don't fight for presence. Their energy speaks before they do. And maybe true confidence was never loud to begin with. Maybe real power has always been silent. If you understood this video, you were never average to begin with. Subscribe to MindShade, the inner signal.